go play and watch your video.
Mommy, I didn't make Daddy's birthday cake.
You can make Daddy's birthday cake, but I need you to go in the living room and do it.
At any rate. I love you. So,
I love you too. Oh, I know a book I've read that you haven't. The entire Outlander series.
books that matter, of substance, and not just 50 Shades of Grey, but set in 1730.
It is not. It is not. You would know that if you've read the books.
Mm-hmm.
The TV show doesn't do them justice.
What, there's not enough sex in the TV show?
There's more sex in the show than there is in the books.
Oh, really?
That's usually about how that goes, in case you hadn't noticed.
Apparently it's not how that went in Game of Thrones. I was told they didn't have enough sex.
Nobody likes Game of Thrones.
That's not true. It was the most popular TV show.
Okay, you're right.
Mommy,
What?
I don't know the ingredient.
Okay, you're done with the ingredients? Alright, I need you to go back in the living room until we're finished, okay?
Mommy, look.
I'll bet they're sad now they didn't hire a better writer to write the last season.
The last season. I don't know. I was actually very okay with how it ended.
You would be like one of 8 billion people in the world.
One of 8 billion? That's
The
everybody
only
in the world.
person who ever thought it was actually good.
Oh, I was very happy with the last season of Game of Thrones, just so you know. I think Daenerys got what she deserved, and...
Nobody argued about that.
Oh, yeah, a lot of people argued about that. That's one of the main points of contention, actually. They thought she should sit on the throne.
She shouldn't have sat on the throne. First of all, she went around stealing everybody's slaves.
Well, you know, from her viewpoint, nobody had the right to own slaves, so...
By the realistic viewpoint, she murdered hundreds of thousands of people. And then led all the people she freed into battle and got them killed.
I mean, I'm not going to argue with you. I thought she was a terrible leader, but... Anyway.
Also, the Dothraki all got wiped out at Winterfell.
Mommy,
They didn't all get wiped out.
Every single one of them. So where in the world did the ones come from at the Red Keep?
this.
I don't know. I told you. I skipped around. I didn't watch every season straight through.
The suspension of disbelief in the last season was not possible.
Well, you know, they also left the frickin' Starbucks coffee cup in the scene. So, I think everybody was tired of working on it by that point. I think everybody was tired of working on it, and they just half-assed it the last season. Which, hey, I don't blame them. Anyway, we're getting way off topic here. We need to get back on topic.
At any rate.
Mommy.
So basically...
So, going back to persecution.
Persecution. Basically, if you don't exercise the gift and callings that God gave you, you will regret it. If not now, in the next life. So, you should make the most of what God has given you and not fear what this world can do to you, obviously. And that includes, don't be afraid to lose your job. Don't be afraid to lose a friend. Don't be afraid if somebody's angry at you, you know? There are... Study conversation. You know, we're going to get into this later, but there are ways to shoehorn in a nice way, any topic into a conversation that you want to. To manipulate a conversation to get a subject you want to talk about into it. And then there's always the old, oh my goodness, my shoulder hurts. Oh, do you mind if I pray for you? I'll put my hands on you, pray for you. And wow, suddenly they're healed and they can't just stand there and be like, oh my goodness.
Yeah, you can always find little ways to sneak it in.
Yeah.
Your dad was good at that.
My dad just didn't care. And that's the main one. My dad did not care about his own public image.
That's true. That's very true.
He said, I will do what I want
You come with me.
No, I'm not.
and I want to help people. He didn't care how much it made him look like a fool.
Alright, pause it.